Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're back on GeoGuessr and we're going to be playing this map, Pubs, UK and Ireland. It's basically our culture at this point in the UK and Ireland is pubs. We all love going to pubs, don't we? Mind you, for me it's more craft beer places. That sounds really hipstery, doesn't it? But that's my go-to, is craft beer places. I do rate pubs. I do think there's definitely a place for them in the country. So today we're going to be exploring that. We'll keep it on move because I think just knowing the pub name probably isn't going to help unless it's somewhere I've been. So I think, yeah, we'll keep it on move, have a little explore, and let's go to the pubs. Okay, here we go then. The Bull, is it? No, the the Bugle Coaching Inn. The Bull. The Bugle Coaching Inn. Looks like a very nice building. That's the one thing I do like about pubs as well, especially when they're old. Look at that. Lovely, lovely building. Right. This is like a very picturesque town as well. Let's go towards this centre. Yeah, it looks very picturesque. This could be maybe somewhere Suffolk or somewhere, or yeah, East Anglia somewhere maybe. Not too sure. That's just an early assumption. But really, realistically at this point, could be anywhere. It's by the coast. You can see the sea there, or see the docks. Marina. Green buses. The Isle of Wight, maybe. It says Yarmouth. It has got the Yarmouth about it, hasn't it? I recognise it. I have been here. I'm sure this is Yarmouth. Yeah, there's the Whiteling Ferry, look. It goes over to Lymington. Yeah, this is Yarmouth, 100%. Yeah, wow. Okay. There we go then. We are definitely... This is where we are. The Bugle Coaching Inn. This is Yarmouth, Isle of Wight. Oh, I could have turned round and seen that. What a fool. I bet that was in the first frame. That could have been a lot quicker. Right, anyway. Yarmouth, Isle of Wight. Down here. So the Bugle Coaching Inn. There it is. Lovely, lovely. I could have seen the sea there. I need to sort out my non-technical skills here, I think. My situational awareness needs to be better. We're about there, I think. Level with the building. Let's do it. Nice. 5,000 points in the bag in Yarmouth, Isle of Wight. Great start. Very good. I do love the Isle of Wight. I haven't been there for a long time, but it's a very, very cool place. There we go. Right, next round then. The Vine Inn. It's got vines outside. It does. Yeah, it checks out. Again, very, very picturesque. Village, I assume this time, rather than town. With the thatched roofs, the church, etc. High Street. Oh, it might say the town name on there. Vale of White Horse. Is this like Westbury? Westbury's the Vale of White Horse. Pewsey, maybe? Oh, that definitely rings a bell. I've heard of it. I've seen the White Horse. There's White Horse. There's a couple of White Horses. There's White Horse in Uffington. There's also White Horse in Westbury as well. Oxford, Swindon, Abingdon, Wootton. Okay. This seems like probably the best we're going to get. I thought the White Horse was... Is it the Abingdon White Horse? No, it's the Uffington White Horse, of course. Because there's one in Westbury, which is over here. And then there is a White Horse here. There it is. Yeah. I thought this was the Vale of White Horse, but maybe it's the A420 up there. So we're actually up here. There's Uffington. And then the White Horse is somewhere around here, but... Yeah, look, White Horse Hill. The Vale of White Horse maybe is this. So we just got to kind of hone in on these areas. So Oxford, Swindon. So they're to our east. Oxford and Swindon to our east. Closest town on there is Wootton. So if we find Wootton, we're likely going to find this village. God knows where we actually are. It feels like a very nice place, but And then far more as well is actually our closest place. But it's weird to me that the 420 is east of us, but we can't be east of Swindon, right? We got to be. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we're up here. That would make more sense if it's getting us to signpost here, because the 420 then goes along there. So maybe we're down in this bit here. Can we find these places? Wharton, but it's not Wootton. White Hart. Wootton. Wootton. There's Wootton. And far more. Yeah. Zoom into Wootton slightly. So we're kind of in this area. There's far more. Ah, okay. Right, okay. So we could be here, Cumnor. That could be where we are. The Cumnor or Phil Hampstead. We've got to remember the pub. It's the Vine Inn, isn't it? We should be able to find the Vine Inn, right? The Vine Inn. Got it. It was in Cumnor, whatever that says. The less I say that, the better. The Vine Inn. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's do it. Come on, 2 yards away. The Vine Inn, just outside of Oxford, not far away from Abingdon. Here we go. Next round then. The Swan. It's probably Simony the Swan's pubs, isn't there? It's very blue. I mean, yeah, I like it. I like the look of it. It's got a nice vibe. Again, does it feel coastal? A bit. Yield sign. We don't have yield signs in UK, do we? Does that mean this is Ireland? That would work. Wexford. So are we in Wexford? That would make a lot of sense, to be honest. Yeah. I'm saying that's probably where we are. Yeah, Wexford. Yep, it's in Ireland. That's cool. I was thinking, are we going to get an Irish round? And here we are. In the Emerald Isle. In Wexford. Let's just, yeah, Cork's that way. Town centre's that way. So the fact it says town centre and there's Wexford, I think we're probably quite safe to say Wexford down here. So it is on the coast. That I was right with that assumption. I thought that might be it there. We could be a little bit out of the city, potentially. Because what was it? The Swan was the pub. The Swan pub. Maybe want to line up these roads. So this is a north-south road. So south to Cork, north to the town centre. So south to Cork. Yeah, I mean Cork's right down there, right? Just, yeah, slight reservations with this one, but there's the Swan. That makes a lot more sense. The Swan. Yeah, that makes sense because the road splits. Yeah. The Swan Inn. I'm going to go for it. Just six yards away in Wexford. Right down in south of Ireland there. Very good. Irish round. Just for good measure. That's what we love to see. Next round then. The White Horse. It's a bit ironic how we had the one that was the Vale of White Horse earlier. So I don't think I'm going to be going off that, the fact that the name means anything other than it's called the White Horse. Mitcheldean Town Hall. Now, I've never heard of that. Not Mitcheldean. I've heard of Mitcheldever, but never Mitcheldean. Where does this feel like, though? To me, this feels maybe West Country. Got this sort of vibe, these sort of hills. I don't think we're going to get a lot from the village because it's just going to say Mitcheldean everywhere, and not knowing where that is, quite catastrophic. Yeah, I think I'm quite confident with this being the West Country or out west somewhere. Yeah, it's just going to say what we think. It's going to say Mitcheldean. There we go. Sign. That's what we love. Gloucester. Okay, Monmouth, Cinderford. Oh, so it's quite close to Wales then. These places are very close to Welsh border. Yeah, like Dean is like Dean Forest. Avonhall, Flaxley, Westbury-on-Severn. Right. So, Gloucester area. How far were we from Gloucester? Doesn't say. Which makes me think it's quite far. But we can pinpoint Longhope, Huntley and Colford for sure. Because they've got mileage on there. Let's just get that lined up again like we've done before. So, Gloucester's here. There's Mitcheldean. There we go. Yeah, not too far from the Welsh border. The Welsh border's kind of here somewhere. So, yeah, not far away at all. Mitcheldean. Very good. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought we're never going to find this. So the pub was called the White Horse, if I remember rightly. There it is, the White Horse. Yeah, look, Dean Forest. That's all links up with those signs. So the White Horse. We've got this road to our left, Churchill Way, I imagine. We can probably line up with the house numbers. So 30. We're level with 30. So we're there. Good. Have a look at the pub one last time. The White Horse. Perfect. Perfect score. Mitcheldean there in, well, Gloucestershire, I imagine. Or maybe Herefordshire. Not too sure on the borders of the counties there. It's Hereford's just up there. On the Wye Valley, by the looks of it. Lovely part of the world. And we move on to the final rounds. The Knox Bridge. Okay, I've never heard of that. This feels countryside-y. There's a bus stop here. And I'm not suggesting we get the bus anywhere. I'm just saying, can we get the name of the bus stop? No, it's the Knox Bridge Inn. Do I recognise this? No. No, I don't. Which way are we going to go? I think we go north. Okay. Staplehurst. Again, not too sure where that is. It sounds south, doesn't it? Staplehurst. Kent and Medway Adolescent Hospital. Okay. Well, that's helped us, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. There we go. I said it feels south. So Kent is here, and Medway is like these are the Medway towns, right? So it's this sort of vicinity here. I don't think we're going to find it from just looking on the map here. Knox Bridge. It's not a big enough place. But at least we know we're roughly in this sort of area. Obviously, that's not my final pinpoint. Let's carry on up here. This feels like we're coming into a bit more of a built-up area, which is useful for us. Never heard of it. Can we find Staplehurst on the map? So this is the Medway. I'm sure it's, yeah, the River Medway. So it's going to be around this sort of vicinity because these are known as the Medway towns. So my assumption would be it's a suburb of maybe Sittingbourne or yeah, the Medway towns, Rochester, Chatham, and Rainham there. So where I've put my point is roughly where I kind of want to be going. The King's Head, Staplehurst. Another pub. We're searching for more pubs. More pubs than you could ever ask for. More bang for your buck with this video, I tell you. Not just 5 individual pubs. We get more. We go searching for different pubs. Okay, so Staplehurst is definitely what we need to go for. Oh, it's just where is Staplehurst? That's the question. Because it could be around this area here. It could be around Maidstone, couldn't it? Because the river goes all the way down here, so could be around this area as well. Shipbourne, Tonbridge, could be the outskirts of Tonbridge. I don't think it is there though. At what point do we call it and say that's that? Oh, Staplehurst. Not this point. Knox Bridge. Knoxbridge. Now, slight concern. Because is the pub still in existence? That's my just had a thought there. Because it looked like it was in the middle of nowhere, that pub. And my concern is, has it closed? Because this is definitely the road we came up. Knoxbridge Cafe. Okay, let's go back to the start. So Knoxbridge, we're looking north, but it's on the other side. So this side, there's a bus stop there though. Because the bus stop there was for that, wasn't it? So I think it probably is this. Was that the Knoxbridge Cafe? Yeah, it was. Okay, so this pub, I think, sadly, doesn't exist anymore. Because there's nothing on the map to say it does. But I think that is the Knoxbridge pub. It all checks out with, like, the way it looks on the map. Yeah, let's do it. Come on. I'm really happy with that. But that took absolutely ages to find. That was one of my slowest rounds ever, I think. But there we go. Not far from Staplehurst, so we were in Knoxbridge. Not too far from Maidstone, in Kent, in the Medway. There we go. View the results. Yeah, just under 20 minutes. Not too bad, not too bad. And then the breakdown. Yeah, I mean, that was 7 minutes. 7.5 minutes. That's not the end of the world, is it? There we go. 5 rounds there of pubs, UK and Ireland. A very southern round. We even had a southern Ireland as well. Anyway, I think we'll leave it there for today. Yeah, look, we're on the leaderboard. 18th. Down there at 18th. We could definitely do quicker. But we could have done that quicker. But we like exploring, don't we? We like exploring on this channel. But yeah, that is that. I think that ends the video there. Hope you enjoyed coming along with me to all those pubs in the UK and, of course, Ireland. So thank you all so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. As always, I will catch you on another video. Take care now. Goodbye.